5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? And that sounded a little bit too creepy, and I think you might agree with that. But I don't want this episode to be the creepiest episode. I want this one to get a little feels out there. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert. And this is episode 35. 35, the big 3-5. Yeah. And I don't know, I had a little bit of a rough day. But you can see I'm still on that keto diet. You see those little necklines? I'm still rocking the keto diet. And today I'm pretty excited because I'm down 30 pounds today. 30 pounds in like 9 or 10 days. 30 pounds. Now if I can get to 35 pounds for episode 35, that'd be pretty splendid. But yeah, this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I am Shane Newbert. And I guess I had something like on my chest today I was thinking about just a little bit. And my question is, what inspires all you crazy mongrels out there? Like, what's your reason why? Is it your kids? Is it your parents? Maybe it's your parents' love that inspires you to go about your daily business and dream big. What makes you swim that extra lap? What makes you read that extra page? What makes you get up at 5 a.m.? What do you do? What is the difference when you're not inspired? What does truly inspire you? And I can tell you what inspires me to do everything, all the things I do. What most inspires me is the way my wife looks at me after I've done something that I think's pretty neat or cool or funny. Like with the podcast, I said I wanted to do it, and she just, boom, builds a studio. I say I want to be a power lifter, and boom, she's right there loading the weights. She's right there making me some steaks. And that's my reason why. Because it's like when I do something that, like, if I make a great episode or I tell a funny joke or I don't know, anything, I make some good food, she's always the number one most excited person out there for me. And I hope you all out there have that same person. Someone out there that just gets so excited, and you don't have to be excited alone. Because if you're just rolling through the mud by yourself, it makes it really tough to get out. But if you got that support system, or just even one person, and I'm just so lucky that mine will let me do whatever the hell I want. If I want to be a professional sock sniffer, she's gonna buy people's dirty socks for me. I'm pretty much a professional dirty panty sniffer, because that's all she ever produces with that funk. Dude, like, hello, get some new panties. And she just did. She just did. She just got new panties. And I think, like just the other way around, I was pretty excited for her when she got those new panties, because I knew until she wore them again, I wouldn't have to sniff on that stinky, But yeah, I really think that we have to think about what inspires us. Or if you're uninspired, if you're an uninspired person, maybe there's things out there that can change it all for you. Maybe finding that person or finding your reason why. It could be your kids. It could be you want to be the best dog mom in the world. It doesn't have to be for show to the world. I mean, and if it is, that's great too. If that is what you dream of, then you just go chase your dream. Put on your running shoes and go run for your dream. Go chase it. And if your dream's to watch a lot of TV, take those running shoes off. And this is Shot 30 Podcast. Sorry about that little bit of a rant, but I'm going to take a quick shot. Thank you guys for being here, watching and listening. And this keto diet's really making me tired of vodka. Yadka. But yeah, just like going back to the diet and the inspiring thing, I was kind of turning into a fat fuck. I was kind of turning into the Michelin Man. I was kind of turning into the cloud out loud. I was kind of turning into the fat Easter bunny. I wasn't looking good and I wasn't feeling good. And my reason why do I want to get in shape? Yeah, because I want to. But I also want, when me and my wife met, I was fucking hot. I had a fucking 8-pack. I could fucking squat a lot. I had nice legs. And now the only thing I got a lot of is gelatin. A little gelatin under the chin, a little gelatin under the nipple. And so I feel like maybe it was like false advertisement for her. She marries me when I look good, and now look what I've done. I got comfortable, and I got pudgy. And she doesn't deserve that. She deserves a better version of me. She deserves the best version of me. Because she already gives me the best version of her, and that makes for a great teamwork. She's somebody I could Eiffel Tower with. And she's perfect. And so I should be better. And that's why I've lost this weight. When I wake up in the morning, I do a little fasted cardio. I just close my eyes and I just picture that fat coming off, and I just picture her licking it up off the floor, Like, oh, she's saying goodbye to old parts of me. But she's going to be saying hello to the new parts of me later on in the sheets. And Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies. And I know it's a hard transition after talking about losing weight in the keto diet. But I can tell you, I can't wait till a cheat day because Mrs. Newbie's is the best. She's a beautiful cake decorator, cookies, cupcakes galore, and she is such a talented human being. And I hands down believe she's the best cake decorator in the Midwest, and very affordable. So visit Mrs. Newbie's Cakes and Cookies on Facebook today and put in your orders. And Instagram. Oh, sorry about that sniffle. This weather's messing with me. 61 day, 30 the next day. Bada bing, bada boom. And Timmery's out there right now getting her nails done because she wants her fingers to look good for me. Just the other day, she cracked her toenail, her big toenail, and my wife's got weird, like, crooky teeth, like, not teeth, toes, like, they're really disformed. The toes are really disformed. And they're even more disformed when it's got a giant crack in them. So now she's trying to better herself so I don't have to look at them disgusting nails. So she's at the nail salon. And she better pick me up some new contacts because I can only put jalapenos on my fingers and then in my eyes before this last pair that I've been wearing for 5 months, even though they're a month-long pair, before they're bad. Before they start, like, some seeds get in there, I start actually growing jalapeno plants out of my eyes. I mean, like, I'd be like the star of the show at a Mexican restaurant, But, jalapeno eyes. They call me Mr. Popper. Okay. But, yeah. So figure out what your reason why is. And I think it'll make your 2020 New Year's resolution that much easier. You set your goals, put some pictures on the wall, whatever it is that you want to do. You can do it. You can do it. Everybody's had dreams, and sometimes dreams turn into reality, and sometimes they don't. You may have thought that just because you were the best basketball player on the team, you were going to be in the NBA. Well, guess what? You can't even smell their stinky jock straps. Because that's how bad you are compared to them at basketball. And I don't mean to criticize you at basketball, even though I'm not even criticizing anybody. It's just maybe reality can kick in, and you can try, and you can do anything to try to get to that moment. But it's just a coin toss, and after that moment's passed and gone, maybe something new will come into your life. Maybe you want to be the best dad. Maybe you want to be the fit dad, the ripped dad. Maybe you want to be the dad who can do math problems in a split of a second. I think those are all great things. I think there's so many things we can do to better ourselves. Like you could be the best house cleaner and then start a great house cleaning business. Or you could be the best person ever at cleaning up your town of garbage that people just threw. You could be the kindest person. That's a pretty great thing. We don't ever think like, who's the kindest person I've ever met? Who's the kindest person you've ever met? Sit back and think about it for a second. And whoever that person is, man, just let them know that they're such a great person, because we don't ever give that little quality like a lot of love. You think about, who's the hottest guy I know? Or, damn, who's the fattest dude I know? Or who's got the smallest wing wang? Or what girl has the best hair or teeth? We never think about who's the kindest. Think about that and give those people, whoever those people are, a little bit of love. Because I know I've run, especially with the podcast and shit, I've run into some really incredibly kind people. And man, I just love the shit out of those people. You find out who's genuine and who's not real fast. You find out who's genuine and not real fast. Like that song, you find out who your friends are. Somebody's gonna drop everything. And I know I have a couple of those people. I never thought I would, but I know the first person who would be there would be my wife. It would be my wife. And she'd push everybody. She'll go Muhammad Ali on your ass to get to the front of the line. Like some cops, like if I get in a car wreck and it could happen, and they're like, no, lady, you got to step back. She goes, bitch, boom. And before they know it, she's wearing their prison or their police officer outfit, walking up like she's a cop so no one is suspicious of her. Yeah, and that's how fast she is. She's lightning quick, especially with the stick, the baton stick, and the penis. But no, I always think about this, and maybe you should too. But let's do an ad first. Hey, Valentine's Day's right around the corner. And what do you say? You haven't received a gift yet? Well, I know an affordable place over there in Kewanee, Illinois. It's called Handmade by Haley. And what she's bringing you is hand-designed, crafted signs that you would find at like Hobby Lobby. She can make it say your name. She can put your birthday on there. She can put your favorite number. And for me, that's the number 69. And maybe, maybe someone should give me a 69 for right there, Haley. Josh, that's the least you can do after we got screwed on that game the other day. But yeah, visit Handmade by Haley in Kewanee and visit her on Facebook, Handmade by Haley. It's my good friend Haley Paxton, and she's out there whipping work. But anyways, what was I saying? What the hell was I talking about? Oh, shit. I knew I had something good to lean into, but I don't know. Maybe it slipped my mind. Maybe I'll take a shot real quick and it'll come right back. I remember now. Me dying horribly. All of us are going to die. There's no way around it. Who knows what happens after we're dead and gone? Nobody knows. But I'm going to die. You're going to die. Your kids are going to die. Your parents are going to die. Your dogs are going to die. Your deceased family members are going to die. And what happens after that, we don't know. We don't control it. So I like to think about who is going to be there for me after I'm dead and gone. Or if I'm dying and I got just a couple last breaths, and who's going to be rushing to the hospital just because they love me, just because they just want to give me one last kiss on the mouth. I don't know, could it be a lot of people? I don't know. I don't know how many people really, really care about me. But there's people I know in my brain that would be there. And I hope your lists are long, but even if they're short, I hope that short list is the most important list. That you got to remember, that's the most important list in your life, that short list. The people who would be there and not leave no matter what the fuck is happening. You know, their laundry machine could be dinging and laundry's done, and they're going to stay there with you as you're struggling to eat a little applesauce. As you dribble a little bit down your chest, and they're going to put that finger and wipe it up and maybe put it into your mouth because they know that you can't. Or maybe they're going to tell you a joke. They're going to tickle your feet even though you've lost feelings in your legs. They're going to pick you up when you're down or about to go away. And they're not just going to say, "Hey, what do I get? What do I get? Did you leave me something? Can I have your car? Dude, can I have your wife's dirty panties?" You know, like, are they like signing a chart? Like, who's first up with dibs on my wife's ass? Like, that's fucked up. But I'm not trying to think like that. I'm trying to think of the list of the good people, not the bad ones. And this is Shot 30 Podcast, and I do want to say thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you haven't, if you're listening to this and you kind of like it, hit subscribe. If you think it's kind of good what we're doing here, hit share. You know, just hit share. It means a lot because it helps us get out there. And we're going to have some great guests coming up. Me and Joe Fox are doing the One Chip Challenge. Everybody thinks the One Chip Challenge is going to be so hard. Well, motherfuckers, I ate a Carolina Reaper dipped in the hottest hot sauce in the world. You think that shit means something to me? I make the hottest hot sauces in the fucking world upstairs. You think that shit means something? One Chip Challenge. Oh, God. You know, I'm skinny as fuck, so I got to break keto to eat that one chip. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put my middle finger up in the air. Suck me. Suck me, motherfuckers. Sorry if your children were listening during that little spiel. But we're going to have some great guests coming on. I can tell you some of them. A really good, an incredible singer. He's planning on coming on. His name's Kerry Cortez. I have so many childhood friends that say they want to come on, but they got to back up their actions with a little, motion in the ocean. And we have a couple other comedians who's going to be coming on. Maybe a couple bigger name comedians too. And yeah, we've got stuff planned. The Joe Fox episode is going to be great. And I love that guy. And I just hiccuped and kind of like burped. Have you ever done the hiccup burp where it's just like, and then air comes out of your nose, your mouth, and your ears at the same time? It doesn't feel the best, I can tell you that. But yeah. And Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Conspiracy Kimonos. I don't know, it's my allergies. Sorry, guys. Sorry if you're disgusted. Sorry. Conspiracy Kimonos is bringing you gis for jiu-jitsu. And you have to have a gi. And if you want to go up, like, you can set these goals. Like, I want to be a purple belt, a black belt, a green belt, a blue belt, a yellow belt, a striped belt, a brown striped belt, a yellow striped belt. And all you have to do is, just take the first step. Conspiracy Kimonos. Get your custom-made gi for jiu-jitsu. Visit Conspiracy Kimonos on Facebook and Instagram today. And I do have some friends over there that are doing some taekwondo or karate, but they haven't actually told me, and he's supposed to come on the show. Corey Wooster, yeah, he's supposed to come on the show. That'd be cool. And a buddy of mine, his name's Chris. I don't know if he wants me to say his last name or maybe even he doesn't listen to this. Maybe I can say whatever the hell I want. But he's got a friend, some motocross, funny motocross guy, and he's wins a lot of races, and so he wants to come on, and I have no problem with that. But if I die down here, he better not be sniffing my wife's panties. I can tell you that much, Chris. That's a bad invitation if that happens. But yeah. And but I don't know. Matt James is supposed to come on the podcast, and this guy just keeps making excuses why not to come on here. And I feel like maybe he doesn't care about me. maybe he's a guy that I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to really love on him a little bit. And maybe he will, maybe he won't. But I feel like he'd be a guy who would show up at my deathbed. Riley, I don't know about Riley. Riley, I don't know. It's just hit and miss. One day he likes me, one day he doesn't. I don't know. He's a coin toss depending on what mood he's in, if he'd be at my deathbed. John Rumble, he'd probably be at my deathbed with a lot of memes and pre-workout trying to charge me back up to come back alive. I don't know. It's such a hard thing, I know I would be at a lot of people's because I love a lot of people. I love a lot of people a lot. And I swear to God, if my wife ever dies on me, I'm totally turning into a necrophiliac. I'm totally eating that dried out nani. I'm sucking on them dry tiggos. I'm going to press up against that dry skin. All right, that's enough of that. And this is Shot 30 Podcast. And all I want to Shot 30 Podcast is sponsored by Jerome Lovely. If you've ever needed a male escort in the Quad City, Chicago area, Jerome Lovely is bringing you just the package you need. He's not a prostitute. He's a male escort. He's trying to bring you a date. Not anything more than a date. Maybe to a family function, a movie, anything else. So visit Jerome Lovely on Facebook today and get your male escort in the Quad City, Chicago area. And yeah, that's about it for today's episode. I just know that I had a little bit of extra time tonight before this week. It's just going to suck. It's going to be a shitty week. I already know. But I got to stay optimistic and I got to keep losing this weight. So this is Shot 30 Podcast. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, watching, listening. And if you made it this far, send me a wink so I know if you're my real friend or not. Send me a wink. Or a kissy face. Or maybe 2 peach emojis with 3 eggplants. It's going to be an interesting gangbang. Thank you guys for being here. We're available on all the podcast sites. Other than, I think, Spotify. But Apple, give us a 5-star rating. We need them. We need to climb the ladder. And we'll rise up. And YouTube, give us a subscribe. We need to hit 1,000 subscribers here soon because like I said, we're running through the mud. We're just running through it. So, thank you guys for being here. Love ya.